to Sterling. 12 minutes left in this first half now. To the left to Zinchenko. City working the ball again from side to side. Walker now, edge of the box to De Bruyne, back towards Walker, but hooked away from danger, and then a push on the back of Lys Mousset. Free kick to Sheffield United. They're being a bit more direct with their play, and they have the space to play in like that as well, unlike Man City at the other end. Aguero's really not been touching the ball so far. Booing and whistling as Henderson sends the ball upfield. Put it on by Robinson towards Mousset, but he can't get there in time, the Frenchman. It's back with Club. Sterling. Wide left to Bernardo Silva. Sterling, edge of the area, gets in the strike. It was deflected as the short winger hit that one. It has gone behind for a corner. Man City continue to press here. 10 minutes to go until half time. 0-0. With the effort which was heading towards the goalkeeper Henderson's near post, but the deflection took it behind. De Bruyne's corner. We're back towards edge of the penalty area for Zinchenko. Square now for Kyle Walker, who steadies himself, drives in the shot, but can't keep it down against his former side. So a blade at heart, Kyle Walker. Made his name at Bramall Lane. He and Carl Norton both leaving the club at the same time as they both joined Spurs. Henderson taking his time with this goal kick. Guardiola still mulling things over with his backroom staff at the moment. Stays down against him. Back to Fleck. Swings one in from the left, in towards Mousset in the middle. Garcia nods it out. Sterling doesn't help it further. Nodded back by Besic. Norwood to the left to Fleck. Fleck looking left again. Hooked on by O'Connell. In behind here is Stevens. A chance to lift the ball into the middle, which he does. Towards the far post and hits on the volley. What an extravagant effort there in the end by Besic, who arrived late in the penalty area. Had the time, had the space, possibly to bring Garcia, who goes back to Claudio Bravo. Short square ball back to Garcia. Silva gets it back from Zinchenko on the left. De Bruyne. Walker high on the right now into Mahrez. Walker back into the box to Sterling, can't quite make it stick. Fleck picks it up in the left back position here for Sheffield United. A really calm and composed ball out from the Scots, and they try and launch the counter attack straight away. And Mousset's onto it down the left. Lys Mousset in the area. Could it happen again? No. Into the side netting from Lys Mousset. Excellent opportunity for Sheffield United. The blades go from back to front very quickly. He was clearly onside. His run started inside his own half. Garcia was running in treacle, and Mousse couldn't put his effort on target. Another great chance for Sheffield United, who, like Man City, haven't had a shot on target yet in the game. Of course, Mousse put the ball in the net, but that was ruled out for offside, so that one didn't count. 5 minutes to go in the first half. We'll bring you the best of yesterday's action at half-time in this one. De Bruyne on the right tries to tee himself up for a cross, totally miscues and knocks it off one foot onto the other. The Sheffield United fans found particularly funny. Bernardo Silva to Zinchenko on the left, the Ukrainian wide to Sterling. Bernardo Silva on the left swings a high ball into the box, which should be Henderson's, though he hasn't got it. Walker knocks it back inside. Now it's headed out by Besic. Man City started to get on the halfway line. Possession figures only increasing at the moment. 41 minutes gone. It's Man City 0, Sheffield United 0. Sterling on the left tries to dig out the cross, low ball into Bernardo Silva, cuts it back. Henderson nudges it away there with his lower left leg. Wasn't going in, but he stopped the cutback for the possible goal. Sterling always looking a threat. His cut back there to Bernardo Silva, whose touch was heavy, took him towards the goal line. In the end, Henderson just bent down that left leg and managed to block the ball away. Cavanagh here has awarded a free kick in Sheffield United's favour. Pacing up and down inside his technical area here, wondering how he can swing this game in his side's favour. They've really not threatened the Sheffield United goal yet. High ball forward towards Mousse, bounces off him. Baldock with the up and under forward. Actually knotted out of play by a Sheffield United player. They avoid defeat today, they'll equal the English top flight record for the longest unbeaten away run from the start of a season for a promoted side, which was 10, level with Burnley in the 1947-48 season. Just shows how well they've done so far and how tricky they are to beat. Just over 2 minutes of normal time left in the first half. Mahrez down the right hand side, field to Rodri, switches the play out to the left to Sterling, who takes it on the chest, gets it down now. Raheem Sterling looks in field, De Bruyne back towards Sterling, Baldock cuts it out. Sheffield United clear and will play it away here. They do have that counter-attacking threat with Lys Mousse. We've seen that a couple of times already. Area, can't get the ball out of his feet. O'Connell challenging him, and now Egan going in, but the flag up against the Argentine for offside. Just beyond Basham. It's very tight though. The flag went up straight away from Sean Marcielis, the assistant. To go of normal time. Man City 0, Sheffield United 0 here on Premier League Live. Ball forward from the back here for the away team. Mousse tries to take it on, can't make it stick. Bernardo Silva with a rare giveaway there. Basham back to Egan. international goes back to Henderson. Pumps it downfield. Zinchenko nods it into the centre circle for Rodri. Home fans want their side to push on here and get that opening goal. We're about to find out how much added time there's going to be at the end of the first half. Fernandinho on the right here for City. Everyone inside the Sheffield United half, apart from Cabrava. Garcia. Sterling on the left. Fernandinho. Right for Kevin De Bruyne. 1 minute of added time at the end of this first half. Mahrez works it out to the left space now for Raheem Sterling. Inside the box, Sterling tries to place it for Bernardo Silva. And driven high over the bar by Zinchenko. Up into row ZZ. Chance there as well for Zinchenko running onto it, but swept at the ball and got right underneath it to send it over the top. Plenty of fans heading downstairs to get some early refreshment. Seconds left now of this first half, which has been an interesting contest, dominated in terms of possession by Manchester City. Most of the attempts on goal have been from Sheffield United as the half-time whistle goes from referee Chris Kavanagh. Stalemate at the break. It says City have had most of the ball but haven't been able to deliver a shot on target yet. Great defensive play by Sheffield United, who looked dangerous on the break. Lys Mousset had the ball in the net, but it was ruled out for offside. He had another chance one-on-one as well that he put into the side netting. They've had the best opportunities. Ultimately, neither side has been able to score though. The half-time score here at the Etihad: Manchester City 0, Sheffield United 0. The second half coming up for you in 15 minutes time. The first time to reflect on yesterday's action. Today's action in fact. Mikel Arteta is still without a win as Arsenal manager after his team conceded twice in the closing stages to lose against Chelsea. They were beaten 2-1 in the Premier League at the Emirates Stadium. Alex Crook and former Arsenal winger Jimmy Carter called the action for Premier League Live.
Ozil with a left-footed ball into the penalty area. Chambers with a nod-across goal, and Aubameyang gives Arsenal the lead. The perfect start in Mikel Arteta's first home game in charge.
It always seems to find space. He is really approaches, gets his head on it, and Kepa's got absolutely no chance. Great start for Arsenal, 1-0.
It's been an ill-disciplined display from Frank Lampard's side. Saka into Aubameyang, the goal scorer, in the penalty area, drills the shot into the side netting. Maybe he should have cut it back to Arsenal teammates waiting in the centre. Lamptey away from Aubameyang, and he's shot in Abraham here. Good block. Excellent block by David Luiz. Good play from Lamptey, the youngster. Really good defending from the former Chelsea man though. Here's Willian though, looking for the equaliser into Mason Mount. Can he find Abraham? Not quite. Steered behind by David Luiz. That looked dangerous for a moment.
Yeah, once again David Luiz, absolutely fantastic defending. It's probably been the best performance in an Arsenal shirt for me, David Luiz.
Jorginho has just grappled Guendouzi to the floor. He's already been booked here. That is his second yellow card.
He's gone.
And Jorginho is going to be sent off for an absolute brainless moment. Or is he? Well, which way is this going?
Has he been booked?
I've got him down for a booking. He just grabbed his arm, Jorginho. Now, did he book Jorginho for the foul, or was it an Arsenal player for something that they'd said? One good delivery, and all Arsenal's hard work could be undone. Mason Mount. Oh, and he's free, and it's Jorginho! Oh, my word! Oh, the man who shouldn't be on the pitch has equalised for Chelsea. It's a calamity from Bernd Leno, and with 7 minutes to go, it is Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1. Abraham into Willian. Oh, he maybe took the wrong option, but he's pulled it back to Tammy Abraham. Chelsea may have won it. Tammy Abraham with 3 minutes remaining smashes the ball low and hard through the legs of Bernd Leno. It's his 14th goal of the season. It may be the most precious yet. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 2. A stunning finish at Emirates Stadium.
Gunners boss Mikel Arteta gave his thoughts to TalkSport's Ian Abrahams after the game.
What have you learnt from your team in the first 2 games in charge? Well, I start to learn something and about individuals, and then I have less players because at the moment we have so many injuries. But what I'm learned at least is that how open and willing they are to take the ideas on board, to put everything in every training session and every game. And I like today because they were defending each other big time on that pitch.
Yeah, I saw people like Aubameyang really coming back to defend, and one in the first half where he ran a long way and out-sprinted Kante to get the ball. I mean, that hasn't been seen for a long time here.
But that's the demands, you know. If we want to bring this club where it belongs, every individual has to do it. And there is no question mark whether he can do it or not. It's a must, it's a yes. If you want to play here, that's the way we want the players to behave.
Is top 6 or top 4 still a realistic aim?
At the moment, for me, what I want is tomorrow analyze the game, you know, get the ideas across, put another step forward, convince them, lift them, because at the moment, obviously they are disappointed. They are in a process and a context where it's not easy for them. So I just want to bring back in there, belief, and we go again.
And last one from me, we've got the January transfer window coming up. You've got a strike force that many in the league would cover in terms of Lacazette and Aubameyang. Is there any other particular places in the team you think you do need to strengthen? Have you identified? Yeah.
We will discuss in the next few days internally where we can improve the squad, because at the moment we have a lot of injuries. As I said, some of them might be long-term as well, so we have to adapt the plan.
And how was Callum Chambers, today?
I spoke with the doctor and he wasn't very encouraging. We'll have to see the scan and what it shows, but he was in pain.
Midfielder Jorginho levelled things up for Chelsea, but was lucky to still be on the field after he fouled Matteo Guendouzi in the second half. His manager Frank Lampard admits he could have easily been given his marching orders.
Well, I think the Jorginho one, maybe we were a bit lucky. I think it's a decision that can go either way in terms of a yellow card. There was some early in the game that didn't get yellowed for similar kind of offences, so I wouldn't say we're absolutely lucky. He wasn't clear cut. But maybe we deserved a bit of luck. Sometimes this season things have gone against you. That's what happens in football. And we've always been a big believer in making your own luck. And the way Jorginho played when he came on and his attitude, he was the leader of the change, I thought, in terms of how he drove it and won second ball. So I don't think that's the talking point of the game. I think the talking point of the game is how we managed to turn it around.
Jorginho himself, though, says there was no contact.
You think it was red card? I don't think so. I think it was normal contact. It's normal in the football, and that's it. Was normal foul.
Elsewhere in the Premier League, it was another busy day of action yesterday on Premier League Live. Here's how the action sounded.
Trossard easily gets to the ball first, outside of his right boot, trusted down by Moy.
Oh, beautiful goal!
That's a stunning goal, and surely that's 3 points to Brighton in this critical relegation battle.
In behind, right side of the box. Across it goes, Calvert-Lewin. He nearly scuffed it. Far too poorly, but he did just enough to get it home.
It's deep in their own half. They've got to be careful they don't play with fire, and they've done exactly that. Danny Ings, it's an equaliser for Southampton. Christmas was 3 days ago, but Crystal Palace have just handed out of prison, and Danny Ings will eat them up all day long.
Right, Troy Deeney up against Conser. Available on the left-hand side is Capu. Can they make it 3? It's 3! A third for Watford on the breakaway. Ismail Assar.
They have scored, and they do score at home. And here's Pukki in with a great chance of 2. It is 2. Timo Pukki has doubled the Canaries' lead, and the goal has been wiped out for offside. Well, yet again, the video assistant referee will come under the spotlight. He can't have been talking more than millimetres there.
Timo started 1 yard behind the defender, and I was sure in this moment, there would be anyhow at one moment a line where he's perhaps 1 inch not onside, and
Perez going round one defender very easily indeed. It's Jose Perez still. Lovely ball into Demarai Gray, who finds the corner and makes up for the penalty
he miss in the first half?
No, as a manager, when you don't have the result that you need to have, of course, everyone will talk that will not continue, that you will be sacked.
Well, we do have some breaking news on Talk Sport. Manuel Pellegrini has been sacked as West Ham manager.
And Daniel James will play in Rashford, and Marcus Rashford is through for 2-0. Rashford, he's away from the goalkeeper. He's fallen over, but he's still found a way to turn it home. 90s goal from Manchester United on the break.
So Manuel Pellegrini has been sacked as West Ham boss. Here's what he told TalkSport hours before being given his P45 at the London Stadium.
No, as a manager, when you don't have the result that you need to have, of course, everyone will talk that will not continue, that you will be, but that's not matter.
Recently under Steve Bruce, but Carlo Ancelotti getting a win there thanks to Dominic Calvert-Lewin's double at St James's Park. It finished 1-1 between Southampton and Crystal Palace at St Mary's. The Tompkins for Palace 5 minutes into the second half, but Danny Ings, who else, a man in red hot form at the moment, scoring the equaliser for Southampton 16 minutes from time. Villa, another bad result for them, going down 3-0 at 10-man Watford. Yesterday at Vicarage Road, Troy Deeney, a big Birmingham City fan, putting a couple past them. He enjoyed that as he cupped his ears towards the away end, and Sarr with the third goal, 20 minutes from time. Villa in trouble at the moment. They are in the bottom three along with Norwich and Watford. As we said, West Ham lost at home to Leicester. Norwich at the same time drew 2-2 with Tottenham. Entertaining game at Carrow Road. Mario Vrancic with the opener for Norwich after 18 minutes. Christian Eriksen got the equaliser for Spurs 10 minutes into the second half. Wonderful free kick from him. But then a bizarre own goal from Serge Aurier put Norwich back in front. But then a penalty from Harry Kane gave Spurs a share of the points. And in the final game of the evening, Manchester United 2-0 winners at Burnley thanks to Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford in the 95th minute. Well, one of the earlier games today took place at Anfield. The highlights of Liverpool against Wolves. Your commentator for this one was Phil Blacker alongside Sean Derry.
Arne trying to reach the bouncing ball. Mo Salah in there as well, battling for it with Matinho. And here come Liverpool. Alana touching it wide. Alexander-Arnold will flash it in. And over the top from Mo Salah. Early chance, 3 minutes in. Just couldn't quite control the finish. And it just cleared the crossbar. But again, it was Alexander-Arnold leading the attack, trying to provide the service in space down that right.
Well, it's that man again, Trent Alexander-Arnold. His delivery is absolutely top class.
Sir Van Dijk with the ball forward. Good run. Mane's on the end of it. First time finish. They appeal for the free kick to the Wolves defence there. Sadio Mane stuck it away and will then ask the questions later. And the referee has now blown the whistle. This could be one for VAR. He's surrounded by players from both sides at the moment, Anthony Taylor.
I can't see how this can't be given as a Liverpool goal.
Anthony Taylor is still in dialogue with the officials in Stockley Park. It is given as a goal. The VAR check is over. Now Johnny, a searching run down the right, does well to get towards the byline and cut it back. It will run all the way through here for Pedro Neto. And Wolves are level right at the end of the first half. A first ever Premier League goal for the teenager. He's the first ever Wolves teenager to score in the Premier League. And it has come at Anfield. Or has it? There will be a VAR check for a possible offside. This has been the story of the weekend so far, hasn't it? So many of these incredibly close calls being chalked off for offside when they look little wrong. This is another that falls into that category. Well, another huge cheer from Anfield will tell you it's been disallowed.
So that was the end of the game, and Wolves going down 2-1 in the end at Anfield. Sorry, 1-0, beg your pardon, at Anfield. 1-0, Liverpool winners 1-0 in that game. I wish it was 2-1, but it did finish 1-0. Here at the Etihad, it is 0-0 at half-time between Manchester City and Sheffield United. The players have just re-emerged for the second half, which will be underway very shortly indeed. In fact, the referee blows the whistle and Raheem Sterling gets us restarted as Man City look to try and find an opening here against newly promoted Sheffield United, who've given it a good go in the first half, had a goal ruled out for offside, which was a very tight call. The Sheffield United fans who are still making plenty of noise here would dearly love to see a goal into them in this second half. No bookings in the first half, so a clean bill of health for everyone, and no changes at the break either. So as you were, Man City with Bravo in goal, and then right back they have Kyle Walker, Fernandinho and Garcia in the middle of defence, Zinchenko at left back, Rodri in front of them, and then midfield of Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Mahrez and Sterling all supporting Aguero in attack. For Sheffield United, they've got Henderson in goal, then a back five of Baldock, Basham, Egan, O'Connell and Stevens out of possession at least, Besic, Norwood and Fleck in the middle of midfield, Mousset and Robinson the front two for the Blades. The subs today: Scott Carson, the sub-goalkeeper for Manchester City, Ilkay Gundogan, Benjamin Mendy, João Cancelo, Nicola Otamendi, Phil Foden and Gabriel Jesus. Well, for Sheffield United, their bench today consists of Luke Freeman, Phil Jagielka, Ollie McBurney, David McGoldrick, Billy Sharp, Verips the goalkeeper and Ben Osborne the midfielder. No one has been used yet though. Kick forward here by Henderson, the Sheffield United goalkeeper. Basham runs onto the halfway line. City send it back, but Sheffield United get the ball down now, and Baldock tries to send it forward. It's back with Norwood. Mahrez trying to nick it away. In the end it's with Besic down the right, tries to work it inside, doesn't come to anything in the end. Throw it here up the line by Basham towards Baldock, who can't get the flick on. Bernardo Silva hooks it from one side to the other, but it was a bit of a blind ball play there, and Fernandinho brings it back now. Maybe a chance for Manchester City. Mahrez to Aguero on the right hand side of the penalty area, into the box. Aguero lifts it towards the far post, but over the bar it goes, and harms it behind for a goal kick to Sheffield United. Chance there for Aguero to either go for goal or supply a decent ball, but right underneath it as he lifted it from one side of the penalty area to the other. Bernardo Silva short of the halfway line, a bit more zip in this City play at the top of the second half. Zinchenko. City continue to move the ball around here. Can they find something at the end of it? Well, they can't at the moment. Mousset down the right, up against Garcia, edge of the penalty area, cuts it back now. Besic with the strike. Oh, it wasn't far away. It hits the stanchion behind the goal. Really good chance there for Sheffield United to do something. Again with City trying to get back in. They didn't have much shape defensively. Mousset tucks it inside, and it was hit with force there by Mohamed Besic on loan from Everton. Just couldn't squeeze it inside the post. Walker, right hand side for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva always manages to spin out of tight situations, the Portuguese. Does so there as he goes back to Rodri, and now to the left to Zinchenko. Just such a towering presence in front of the City back four. Fernandinho to the right-hand side. Walker trying to edge past Stevens. Still Kyle Walker trying to go on the outside. Lifts the cross into the middle now, but Henderson with a comfortable catch. 5 minutes gone in this second half. It remains 0-0 in this game. The final game of the day, the final game of this round of matches. City coming forward into the penalty area. Bernardo Silva hits the deck, but he gets nothing. On the left-hand side, Sheffield United on the front foot again here, pushing for that opening goal here at the Etihad. Manchester City have lost twice here so far this season. One of the times by the team we were talking about just a few moments ago, Wolves, who were beaten by Liverpool today. Lost at home to them the start of October. Here to Manchester United as well at the start of December. Big switch on to Zinchenko. Left side, infield to Bernardo Silva, not tucking in as much as he was in the first half. Zinchenko, De Bruyne forward, but it's a stray pass which doesn't find Aguero, who'd gone the other way. It goes to Dean Henderson, who will be happy to see balls like that into his path all evening long. Time coming up to 6:10 in the evening here. Rodri playing it out from the back here. Zinchenko wearing 11 on his back, plays it into the middle of defence to Garcia, the youngster. He's wearing number 50. He's only 18 years old. Came out at half time for Man City in their game against Wolves the other night. De Bruyne picks up the ball, feeds it forward to Aguero inside the box, and he's found the net. Sergio Aguero. Manchester City have the lead, but there was some confusion in the build-up there because the ball appeared to come off the referee. But Sergio Aguero's rifled the ball into the net for his 10th goal of the season. The referee consulting with VAR. Is this goal going to stand? We had one ruled out in the first half. Chris Wilder furious, as you can imagine. The ball was played to the Sheffield United man and the referee got in the way. He blocked the ball and Aguero smashed the ball in as it came into his path. Nothing wrong with the goal as such, but it did hit the referee in the build-up. The referee now consulting with Stuart Atwell, the VAR at Stockley Park. And the goal here, I think, is going to stand. Well, the referee got in the way. That seems extremely unlucky for Sheffield United. The referee saying he couldn't get out of the way. Chris Wilder says it's an absolute joke. He's not happy. I think he has every right not to be happy. We are back underway and Man City have the lead by 1-0. Sergio Aguero on 52 minutes. Sheffield United looking to try and hit back. Basham, right side, swings the ball into the penalty area, but it's an easy claim for Claudio Bravo. He gets rid of the ball and tries to set City forward here. Garcia to the left-hand side to Zinchenko. City continues to move the ball. They've scored the opening goal with the game's first shot on target. Aguero right hand side of midfield, plays it back to Mahrez, edge of the box to De Bruyne now on the left hand side. Kevin De Bruyne, edge of the decals in the shot, but straight down the throat of Henderson. Still the boos ring around the Etihad here because of the referee's interference in that goal. My fans singing cheat. Here for Sheffield United, goes back to Basham, carries it infield, he's gone past 2, still Basham, he's gone past 3, still Basham, what a great run this is. Chris Basham is the area for Lys Mousset, and Bravo off his line to dive on the ball in the end. Great chance here for Sheffield United, and what a great slaloming run there from Chris Basham. In the end, the flag went up for offside. It wouldn't have counted even if Mousset was able to finish. Zinchenko back here to Garcia. Chris Kavanagh, the referee today, he's the one who is being questioned here. With Claudio Bravo. Zinchenko on the left, back to Garcia. City holding on to the ball just like they were doing in most of the first half. The odd breakaway from Sheffield United aside. It's a Sheffield United ball on the left, who are heading at the moment towards their first away defeat of the season. They've only conceded 7 away goals before today. Baldock driving inside here for Chris Wilder's side, back out wide to Besic, midway inside the City half. Norwood to Egan. Also to Robinson. Stabbed forward into the left channel by O'Connell, but Fleck won't get there in time. City have the ball back inside their own half. They've had 528 passes in the game so far. Manchester City just 173 for Sheffield United. Stark comparison. They'll be happy enough to let City have possession where it won't hurt them. Robinson chasing after it, goes back to the goalkeeper from Rodri. Bravo, who hasn't really been put under too much pressure here today by the Sheffield United forwards. He was by the Wolves forwards the other night, and they certainly got some joy. Even the ball away on countless occasions, but he hasn't really been pressurised too much here. Zinchenko left side for City. Back to Mahrez. De Bruyne towards the right hand side. He's going to drop in the area for Aguero. Can't take it down. Fleck now driving away with the ball. He was nearly taken down. He is taken down. Free kick, yellow card coming up. Bernardo Silva is the man who goes into the book here for the 5th time this season, but this is Manchester City's 20th game, and the amnesty passed after that last match at Wolves, so he'd have to reach 10 yellow cards now before getting a suspension. Substitution for Sheffield United. Callum Robinson coming off, and David McGoldrick is coming on. And still waiting for a first Premier League goal. Hasn't scored since April when he bagged 2 against Hull City. McGoldrick comes to block, but he can't hold on to it. Man City will bring it away here from the edge of their own penalty area. The counter-attack's on now. Mahrez has Sterling ahead of him down the left-hand side. Raheem Sterling receives the ball, driving towards the edge of the penalty area, but a heavy touch lets in John Egan. Silva to the right hand side to Kyle Walker. Man City leading this one by a goal to nil thanks to Sergio Aguero's strike. Controversially, 8 minutes into the second half. Mahrez. Bernardo Silva back to Riyad Mahrez, who pops up in the centre circle here. We're into the final half hour. Ilkay Gundogan about to come on here for Manchester City, receiving a few final words of instruction from Pep Guardiola. Ball back with Claudio Bravo. Strokes the ball out to the right hand side for Rodri. Sits in between the two centre halves as Fernandinho receives it now. Into Bernardo Silva, back to Claudio Bravo again, and holds it inside his own box. Always wants that short ball out. He goes long now, but it's a terrible kick, intercepted by O'Connell into the left channel, but asking too much of O'Connell on the return, and it flies out of play for a goal kick to City. Bernardo Silva is going to make way here. Gundogan comes on. Gundogan came on for De Bruyne, I think it was, at Wolves on Friday. Taken short here to Fernandinho, back to Claudio Bravo. Under pressure again, it's kick into midfield, it's headed back straight away by O'Connell. McGoldrick can't hold on to it this time. De Bruyne pokes it past him. Fernandinho into Gundogan, the German midfielder. City holding on to the ball here. To the left to Mahrez. On the left wing here, Riyad Mahrez carrying it forward back towards the penalty area, but easily played away. To the referee, seeing the Sheffield United fans who've clearly had a good view of what went on as their side lost it before Man City profited and went on to score. One Sheffield United player was trying to find another, but the referee was in between them, and the ball bounced off him and rolled to a Man City player, who then played in Aguero to score. Garcia to Gundogan just inside the Sheffield United half, lifts it forward into the right channel towards Kyle Walker inside the box, tries to poke it across goal. In the end, there's a decision that has gone against him, I think, for handball in there. It's Kavanagh, the referee, marching over to tell Kyle Walker what happened. He was lifted forward. Walker was onside on the right hand side. Well, the arm was up there actually from the Sheffield United man. Stevens kicked it against his own arm. His arm was above shoulder height before Kyle Walker then took him out. Nothing doing. Play continues. Again, something that probably should have been considered there by the VAR, in my opinion, given what we were all told and briefed at the start of the season. Goes down here, blocked off the ball by Fernandinho. Free kick to Sheffield United. Out on the left hand side here. Fleck was blocked knocked off as he tried to run onto the ball. Fernandinho knew what he was doing, probably should be shown a yellow card there as well, but the referee was letting him get away with that one. So free kick wide left here for the Blades, who are looking for an equaliser at the Etihad. 64.5 minutes gone, 1-0 City. Free kick taken short into Norwood, clips it high towards the left hand side, nodded back across goal, but a foul given away by O'Connell. Free kick goes the home side's way. The sides have made one change so far. Seeing a replay of the goal again. Actually, the referee didn't touch it. The Sheffield United player did, but the referee Chris Kavanagh just got in his way, so it wasn't a good ball. And then Man City won it back to score. So it didn't actually come off the referee. Sheffield United on the attack down the left here. Fleck hoists one high towards the far post and Musa is underneath it. Can't control another play, and has it been given a corner here or a goal kick? It's a goal kick in the end. Made his name at Le Havre. Lys Mousset, 14 in 28 in the 15-16 season, prompted a move from Bournemouth. But in 57, 68 games, he only scored 3 goals. He's already scored 5 in 16 so far this season for Sheffield United. He's had the ball in the net here as well before it was ruled out for offside. Baldock down the right. Lifts the ball into the middle. Claudio Bravo comes, going to punch the ball, and then Mahrez completes the clearance. But City under a little bit of pressure here at the moment. Mousset wins the ball back. Norwood to the right hand side. It's Baldock on the right wing. Can he supply the cross up against Zinchenko? Baldock cuts it back. Basham lifts it in there. Good ball as well. Fernandinho heads it into the air. Bravo comes and misses it. Back out to Basham. Edge of the box. Good spell of pressure this for Sheffield United. Betic on the right. Into Baldock. Basham still there with him. Baldock trying to take it alone. It bounces off ahead of Zinchenko. Basham inside the penalty area. There he goes down. Pulled down by Aguero. No free kick, and Man City bring the ball away. Sterling helps it out. Now he's played forward, and Kyle Walker on the counter here for Man City down the right wing. Up towards the edge of the penalty area, cuts it back towards Sterling, but it's well intercepted there by Fleck, who brings it away now